Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's Tone Master Tuesday tip, we're going to go over the fundamentals of building pro-level clean tones. Today I've got my Strandberg Saline Deluxe, which is a thin line Telecaster. We're going to build one of the most beautiful clean tones you've ever heard on the Tone Master Pro. Stay tuned. Real quick before we jump in, if you're enjoying today's content, please let me know by hitting a subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know one or two things you learned from today's video. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to basically control my preset volume. I get a lot of comments about volume, and one thing you need to know is like on the Tone Master Pro, there's a lot of different ways that you can control volume. The way that I choose to control volume is I have my presets volume all set at 100%, and then I boost my amp level up to like 98, or really matching if I'm doing like a set list, making sure everything is level matched from the amp. And then I control my overall volume through the master out. And right now my master out is about 50% running directly into my interface. I tend to do this because I prefer to control my volume being sent out via the big control knob. I just think that's easier than going in and doing individual preset volumes. But again, you know, if I'm playing live, which these days I'm not really playing live that much, I'm mostly doing studio work, so it doesn't really matter. I just don't have to clip on my interface. But when I was playing live, the thing I would do is I would go into my presets and make sure that there aren't huge volume spikes between amps. But again, the best way to do that is just to go level by level and using your ears. You can also plug it into a DAW. Like I use Ableton for all of my recordings, and you can use the limiter or any type of compression and see what your levels are, and just making sure you're getting consistent levels. So if you got questions about that, let me know, but I have seen that as like a common occurrence, and that's how I handle volume. But with that out of the way, today, the clean tone that I'm going to go for is really more of like a jazz tone, and then I'm going to make it modern sounding with really good reverb. Now, with clean tones, there's a lot of different ways you can approach clean. And I think that honestly, this is where the Tone Master Pro shines for me over the FM9 and every other modeler I've used. You know, I got my kick really playing through a Fender Deluxe Reverb, so I am a sucker for getting a good clean tone and then using pedals to color that tone. I just think that it's a great platform to build from. You can't hide in it, you know, there's no high gain hiding stuff. If you practice with a good clean amp, you're gonna get better a lot faster because you'll actually be able to hear what you're playing. Anyways, with that out the way, we're going to be shooting for a jazz clean, so it is going to be warmer than if I were to do, you know, some like a Vox style clean or whatnot. But with that in mind, for modern guitar music that's clean, I think the JC Clean amp just nails it. You're going to hear this from, you know, really popular modern prog guys. Like really, I'm referring to a lot of Plenty, Chon, but Chon uses a matchless amp. But if you buy Archetype Plenty, the clean section of that is based on a JC amp. You see a lot of this amp being used all over modern guitar playing. So this is going to be no different. We're going to use it. I'm going to boost my amp level up to about 97%. Let's hear what we got out the gate. Now my ear is trained, but what I'm hearing is like really a lack of body. I'm probably going to pull back some of my treble, just a hair. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do middle pickup today. I'm just playing around with sevenths and ninths. But yeah, we're going to keep that. All I did, again, this is a Telecaster. I know a Tele is really bright and spanky. I know this guitar really well. I've got a ton of time with this guitar. Fun fact, I got this guitar because I was a pit musician in theater, and one, the ergonomics of this guitar just made it so much more enticing instead of hitting my music director all the time. And on top of that, like this Endura neck profile is just amazing. So anyways, I could talk all day about my Strandberg. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change up my signal pathing. I love doing this. You can't really do this with analog. This is something you can really only do, I guess you could do with analog if you have a lot of money. But in the digital world, it's just so easy. So what I like to do is separate my reverbs from delay, and the idea is simple. I am just going to keep my delays from not having an additional reverb tail on them. I do this a lot in music production to keep my mixes clean, so I kind of have like that bias. But again, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it may not matter, but it does to me. I can do it, so I'm going to do it. I use the cloud reverb. I think, continue to work through this unit. One thing I've noticed is that like the reverbs is kind of this unit's weak section. Like I hope that the updates that are coming out address that and introduce really good reverbs. But, at the end of the day, I'm not someone who thinks you need to have everything being amazing. Like, honest to God, if you get just a few sounds out of this device that you really like, then boom, it's worth it. Trust me, I've spent a lot more money for a lot less gear. All right, so the biggest thing I'm gonna do, because I know this pedal, I'm gonna pull my mix down, I'm gonna pull this decay down, I'm probably gonna pull my tone back a little bit, and I think that's all that I typically do on this. Now let's hear it. I could probably put up just a hair in the mix. Honestly, for me, that's good. If I wanted to make this super, super wet, super drippy, then yeah, you can boost this up. But I don't want it to be overpowering in the mix. I just like it to be there subtly. And I'm just pulling my tone back just so I just like the way it sounds there. Next thing I'm going to add in is a little bit of delay. So we're going to go into effects. My favorite delay pedal on the Tonemaster Pro is definitely this dynamic delay. Dude, it just sounds so good. And like, I usually never change the stock settings on this delay because it's that good out the gate. Listen. So pretty. And honestly, God, this would handle just about everything you need on a clean, but I rarely play without a compressor. I'm just going to be honest with you. A compressor is one of my always-on pedals. I'm not going to compress the heck out of this signal. But yeah, on my compressor, these are the settings that I'm using. I just like the way that this sounds. Now check this out. God, that's so pretty. Yeah, and honestly, I think I'm going to leave it here. You could, if you do want to add a little bit more functionality to this, one thing you could add is a stomp box. So if you've been following the channel, you already know where I'm going with this, but my favorite pedal of all time is this Mythic Drive. And honestly, this Mythic Drive 2 is taking over as my favorite. But what I would do is probably pull down the treble, pull down the gain. Let's pull down the output. Maybe pull up my treble a hair. Woo! That's so pretty. That's so good. Here's another piece I'm working on right now. This isn't finished, but I'll probably use this tone when I record it, honestly. This sounds so good. But that's just so good. I don't know what else to say about it. Like that does it for me. Well, that's going to conclude my clean video. I don't know what else you'd really want. You know, some of the things you could add in are some modulation effects, like chorus sounds really good, post amp, but I'm a big fan of keeping it simple and focusing on your playing versus getting lost in effect land. So I'm going to leave it at this. This is like my go-to sound for making sure that I get a really good clean tone. If you enjoy this sound, I will upload this to the cloud. Let's do that now, actually. All right, so I'm gonna upload it as a TMP's best clean tone. So if you want to download this, just search up Damion Andy and you'll find it there. But this is published for free on the Fender Cloud. If you are struggling to get tones that you love, or if you just feel like you're poking around in different YouTube videos and you don't really have a great structure in place to learn how to design pro level tones, I've created a course for you. Now, this course is focused on the Tonemaster Pro. However, if you take this course, you will be able to dial in any guitar tone on any piece of gear that you want. That's how I designed this. So what I wanted to do is just show you what this course looks like and what you can expect to learn in this course. So you can see all the different modules that I have published, and I've got some changes that I'm going to be introducing here soon. But as of right now, there is a ton of content for you to dive into. Everything from understanding the basics of I/O and seeing all the different ways that you can route this, to getting practical exercises of learning how to craft guitar tones. And I'll show you what this lesson looks like. Now, this is my instructor view. Yours will look different, but you get a video where I'm showing you, and this is an exercise. So in this, I'm actually explaining to you what I want you to do for this assignment. You get a write-up where you can see exactly, what I'm asking you to do in this exercise. And then you also, on different lessons, there's a PDF download so you can have all the course content. And there's comments. So as of the 11th of March, 2025, the website has over 120 different comments with 60 students in this course. So if you're looking for a really great place to learn and connect with people who love to talk about guitar tone and the Tonemaster Pro, please consider checking this out. There are links below in the bio. If you're not interested in getting a course, but you do want a really good reference book to have with you, I am giving that away for free as well. You can find all the links in the bio below. And with that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and the support. I just broke over 5,000 subscribers, and I really couldn't have done this without you. So I just hope you know that I am just sincerely grateful that you're here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you learned a lot from today's video, and I will see you in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe, and let me know what you learned below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!